Set, my good friend Brian Kilmeade, co-host of Fox and Friends, host of One Nation, and author of the new book, Teddy and Booker T, How Two American Icons Blazed a Path for Racial Equity. Booker T.
Equality, not equity. Definitely not.
I know. Why does it keep, I had that on the radio, too.
Right.
It must be
because that's
typo.
a different message.
I know it is. And you're not an equity guy. You're an equality guy. Booker T. Washington founded Tuskegee. I just want to get that in. Is that right?
It's
merit, teach skills, climb the ladder.
You couldn't graduate without learning a trade.
There you go.
And you graduate, you learned how to grow your mind and learn the classics, but you could not leave without learning a trade, because at that point in the South, if you didn't have a trade, you have to be somebody that indispensable, somebody that people that might have different views about the color of your skin, you have to be so valuable, they got to get over it.
Yep.
And that's why $1,500 a year. He was graduating more people there than Harvard. And $1,500 a year, putting these graduates out into the system in the middle of Jim Crow South with poll taxes and the KKK raging. He went in there. He was born a slave. He ends up being one of the most reputable people in the country, known around the world. I wanted to know that story, and then I find out Teddy Roosevelt was all over it. I think at a time we need context on race relations and how far our country has come.
Good for you. 100%. One click, Amazon. All right. I want to go back to Qatar because they've got billionaires, Hamas billionaires, the New York Post story today. It's a very tough story. You heard what Aaron Cohn mentioned, the counterintelligence, former counterintelligence agent. They will be hunted down and taken out, as they should be. As they should be. And I don't know why more people haven't picked up, and who knows how many other Hamas billionaires and millionaires are hiding out in luxury while the people they used to govern have the worst standard of living in the world, or one of the worst. Why
Israel has great memory. Remember, they took out Mignia. I'm on Mignia. They found him. It took over a decade, but they would not give up. We know where these guys, we know where they put their gel in their hair and they go to their press conferences. We saw the Iranian foreign minister meet with Hamas agents in Qatar that day. We saw Hamas agents go over to Moscow and brag about what they did. We also hear their statements. They want a constant state of war. They say, hey, Israel, come take back Gaza. We don't want to run the water. We don't want to run the electricity. You go do it, because we want to stay in a constant state of war. But they don't fight. You have video. There's video of them on treadmills. There's video of them
playing
playing
ping pong.
And they're worth billions of dollars. That's mostly grants, money from other Arab countries and money from America, the UN, and the International Monetary Fund.
They have to be. And there's probably others there, too.
And what about the fact that Fatah, Mahmoud Abbas, he's worth $35 million. He's got a private jet. How do you live on the West Bank, get blown out of Gaza? The Palestinian Authority is a shambles. He takes all the money. How did he get $35 million? What skill does he have?
I don't know. But you know what? Things are going to change. Israel, whatever our third-rate politicians think they're doing here, Israel's going to go ahead and do the right thing. That's what's so wonderful about this story. I agree. That's what's so wonderful. Brian, one last quick minute. Politics. I love this. People are blaming Donald Trump because Glenn Youngkin couldn't win the legislature in Virginia and didn't. By the way, if he had brought Trump in, he would have tripled the turnout and made it even more interesting, but he didn't bother to do that. I mean, this is craziness.
He owned Virginia. He owned his victory as a governor.
Yes.
He wanted to flip the House and keep the House and flip the Senate. It didn't work, all right? He went all in on it. It takes a lot of guts to do that, but he didn't work. So whatever his message was, it didn't work. There's a lot of things to blame Donald Trump for. Don't make them up.
That's right.
He has nothing to do with this. In Kentucky, he thought Cameron, very talented guy, endorsed him.
He gave it a shot.
But it was Mitch McConnell who's his protege.
That's right.
And the whole issue was abortion. It has nothing to do with Trump. The abortion, when he was for zero, or he did not respond to people that said he was for zero exemptions. And they rolled out 12-year-old girls who tragically were raped by their stepfathers and said, Daniel Cameron is going to make me have this baby. That's what flipped that vote.
You're a very sensible person. Have I ever said that to you?
I like to think I'm sensible. Yeah.
You are very
practical,
sensible.
Anyway.
You are practical, and you're right. Good books. One click on this book. What's the name of the thing? Run it by me again. Don't forget to pick up Teddy and Booker T. That's, of course, Teddy Roosevelt. Had two American icons blaze the path for racial equality. There we go. We got that part right.
And also Red Bank, New Jersey. I'm going to be tomorrow night talking about all my books on stage at the Vogel. So hopefully people will be out there.
I kind of grew up in Deal during the summer.
Did you really?
With my granddad. So you'll love Red Bank.
Okay.
Brian Kilmeade, the best of the best.
Thanks, Larry.
All right, coming up.